New to my channel, I'm Vicki Martin. Get your soulmate, dump the rest. I'm here to help you to develop the tools so that you can attract the person that is meant for you, and to also recognize the ways that we attract people who are here to heal, to learn how to remove yourself from the karmic patterns that keep you attached to people, that keep you in pain. So we also do live readings, and so I'm here to go and do a few for you. Just waiting for a couple of you to find me. My post at 7 o'clock, so I'm a little early. And I am going to put priority to those who do the super chat and are members. I'm a little late today. I was planning on doing this a lot earlier. So I hope you're all having a great day. So while we're waiting for a few people to join us, I'm gonna start with a collective reading. How's that? Let's do a collective reading for the divine feminine and the masculine. So this would be for the divine feminine, self. You are at the Seven of Swords. Them, the masculine, Chariot upside down. We've got the situation at hand. We've got the King of Swords. We have what is hidden. We have the Knight of Pentacles. What is healing is the Rook of Wands. What is the lesson? The Strength card upside down. The Mirror, the Moon upside down. Hi. We have the challenges, Ten of Wands. The advice, the Rook of Pentacles here. And the next step is the Hermit. And the outcome is a Five of Coins upside down. So divine feminine, under the deck you get the Hanged Man. Divine feminine, you are being told here to wait. I'm seeing here that you're not sure what's taking place. You feel a little bit confused, maybe deceived, lied to. You're not sure. You're not sure if there is something here that you have to release. You are feeling a little bit divine feminine, as if you are feeling that something is unfair happening, and you are in a state of not sure if this is your energy, or if this is your journey, or if this is your role that you're supposed to be, and you have to see that you have to not react. It's showing here for self that you feel deceived in some way, that you're not aligned with yourself, that somehow there is an imbalance, or maybe you're not being authentic in some way. What is hidden here is that you are to really do a lot of the work, the hard work that is designed for you to make your money and to make your own sense of self-worth. I'm seeing here that the cosmic mirror is how sometimes when joy shows up, it seems to be, everything seems to be abundant and great and gift for you, but when things don't show up the way that you perceive them, you will look at it as, oh no, this doesn't belong to me. But both are the contrast. That's the thing, is duality is trying to merge into one. You know, you can't have bad without having the good, and you can't have the good without having the bad. I'm seeing here that their energy is showing that they're really undecisive right now. The masculine is showing they don't know which direction to go in. They're quite, you know, holding back their energy and don't know which direction to go through, because the situation is showing that right now everybody is a little in their heads. They're trying to discipline themselves. They're trying to do the right thing. They're trying to overthink things. And so it's absolutely stating that as long as you're in your head, your limited belief systems, everything is like overthought. You know, what is the best way to go about this? Nobody's actually listening to the heart, they're just listening to their head. And so, in regards to this, I'm seeing here that the lesson that is showing up is, you know, instead of looking at how you're controlling yourself with your reaction, what is happening outside of you? You know, it's not really about being courageous and brave, but what is everything showing you? How are they showing up as this mirror? Because if the mirror is showing that, you know, fear can show up as a polar as love, then, you know, if they seem to be caring, if they seem to be open, you are probably being love yourself. But if they are seeming to be pulling away or being detached or being cut off, are you cut off yourself? Are you detaching? Are you actually closing down? So remember, there is something here about this duality that is happening, because, you know, one flame becomes two, and then two flames become one. So I'm seeing here that with the advice, it's saying here to focus on what you desire, focus on what is important to you, focus on is um, what is it that you are ambitious in. But it's little projects. It's you know, start small. Do the studies. What have you been preparing for? What have you been working towards? And focus on that. You see, manifesting is not something that you have to do. Manifesting is about who you have become. Who are you destined to be? What energy you are is when you relax to receive and allow things to happen naturally and gracefully, naturally what you always do. You see, because the challenges is you always take on the responsibilities and burdens of other people. And that's the thing. If you are trying to always sacrifice yourself to make others feel good, how are you feeling good yourself? So how are you making sure that you are being receptive to you receiving, whether it's money, whether it is pleasure, whether it is money, romance, health, whatever it is. If you are doing all of this work trying to ensure someone else is happy, how are you making sure that you are being provided for yourself too? Because I'm seeing here that the next steps is stating to go in hermit mode is to search for your truth, search for your inner guidance, to really listen to your own self, divine feminine, because the outcome here is for you to work through your insecurities and your scarcity mindsets in order for you to overcome this. This is something that's going on because of limited beliefs and the old way of always going around in a certain energy, and you're shifting your energy into another energy, and this is causing a shift and change. And that shift and change is healing. The shift and change is actually changing your energy field in a great way. All right, I see a couple people who have jumped on, and I am making sure that my members and my super chats are going to be first in line. And I'm just taking a few minutes to do some readings as well. I see a couple questions here. I'm going to do the masculine yet. So Divine Feminine, looks like you are focusing on your manifesting, why things are seeming to be not what you thought it was, why does things seem to be appearing in a restricted way. And it looks like it's a process of shifting your nervous system to not be reactive and to be able to be receiving mode. So you're actually stepping into your divine feminine energy now. I'll check that out, Royal Satam, in a little bit. I'll check you out next. I'm going to do the masculine first. And I'm not going to be just going down the list, by the way. I am just going to be picking some randoms. I'm not going to be here long tonight. I'm only going to be on for about an hour. Masculine. Looks like you're in abundance mode. Completely opposite from the Divine Feminine. I see the Divine Feminine is really confused, doesn't know what's going on. But the situation is showing that you're not the one that's doing all the work here. What's hidden is the overthinking. You are healing and doing the inner work. The lesson here is about victim mentality. And the mirror, you're mirroring a lot of the Divine Feminine here. The mirror is getting out of your head. I'm seeing here that the challenges, go back and look at this video. The challenges for the Divine Feminine was taking on the responsibility, and the Divine Masculine is like, yeah, it's not my problem. The advice is showing here, don't be focusing so much on the money, which makes sense. Next steps, potential outcome. So, Divine Masculine. Looks like you're in a completely different energy, and your energy has a lot to do with this partnership not working out right now. It just seems like it's not in a balanced party. Like you're focusing on your money, you're focusing on your abundance, you're focusing on what you can get here, you're focusing on whatever you can get, you're taking. And so you're not making a decision to work towards something here. You're just like, oh, you know, whatever's coming to me, I'm taking right now. But I see here, you're overthinking some things. I see that you have a lot of restless energy, and you may be working through that. And so I am showing that the mirror is, you know, you're being a little narcissistic. Maybe focus a little too much on your needs and nobody else's, because your Divine Feminine is really confused. They thought that everything was clear, and their perspective was quite being truthful, but it looks like, you know, with you being in your masculine energy, they're mirroring that. And so this is actually what is happening, because even though this mirror is showing you in your in their energy, they're really confused and they're trying not to be reactive, but you're just projecting all of this energy. And it has a lot to do with this healing, because you've been doing a lot of healing your inner work, and it's making you very confident, it's making you very courageous, you feel very powerful, you feel very strong. And so you know, the advice is saying don't be focusing, situation here is saying that you haven't had very high standards. You just seem to be, you know, doing whatever, taking whatever it is that's coming to you. You're not restricting yourself to what you deserve. You're just like taking, oh, this is coming to me, this is coming to me. And it looks like maybe masculine, you have some opportunities and some of them are not even really good. I'm seeing here the lesson is for you to start seeing that there is a poverty type of energy that is going to come through this because someone's going to steal your energy. And so when you're focusing so much on lots of different people or lots of different decisions or lots of different because of the popularity is there, you are going to find that there is something here that you need to really pay attention to. Because the challenge is, it's not your responsibility to go and meet up with all of these different people. There is going to be a heartbreak here when you realize that the one that you do, you know, care for, the one that you do want to focus on is not going to be there. They're going to say, you know what, this is not for me, and leave. Because I'm seeing here the advice is don't look at all of that, you know, don't look at yourself as, oh, I got everything going on. Instead, walk away from whatever does not serve you. Because this is a process of aligning for both you and the masculine and the feminine. And the feminine is already watching you walk away. So they're getting confused and say, I don't know what I did here. But the masculine, you're the leader. You're the one who needs to take control of this energy. All right. So I'm going back to Royal Salam. Are you still here? Royal Salam, are you still here? Royal Salam, are you still here? You asked a question, and I'm not sure. I only see one person that's actually here, and I don't see the whole chat. I don't have my computer here. I just see my phone. And you asked a question. I'm ready to give you a reading, but if you're not here, I'm not going to give you a reading. I'm sorry. And so I'm not sure if you're still here watching or what's happening. All right, Royal Salam, are you still here? All right, so I guess I'm going to ask for another person because this person is not, he asked me for a reading, but I guess I didn't jump and finish the reading I was doing quick enough. So let's go on to the next person. Who wanted a reading? Is anybody actually wanting a reading here? Because I'm seeing here someone asked, but they're not responding, so I don't think they're here. I don't think I chose the right time of day because I usually am quite busy here, so. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to go and do a reading for the collective. just because I'm not sure what else I'm supposed to do here. All right. Hi, Polly. I'm seeing here for the collective, there is an energy here. I'm kind of doing more of a abundance reading here. I'm showing there that there may be some kind of damage control needing, or like you may need a plan of some sort. This is not the time to take any risk. And so it looks like you're trying to put some attention on, or there's something the universe is saying, put some attention on, that you need to come up with a plan, some kind of damage control, because your finances need to be streamlined, or you may need to come up with a plan regarding your finances. It just looks like you may have to prioritize your needs, maybe over your wants. Somehow there is something that's going on that you weren't prepared, and you need maybe a plan in order to make sure that you got this. I see what's hidden is some conflict with someone that you didn't know when it comes to finances. There might have been some kind of misunderstanding or some kind of issue when you had a conversation with someone about money. And so there is some kind of maybe a secret about money. Maybe somebody that you depended on doesn't have the money. Somehow there is some conflict here that you weren't aware of. And so the mirror is showing that that maybe someone is, like a client is leaving, or someone had to leave because there's an opportunity for you to do things independently. You know, maybe you have to do things more personally or more independently. And so this is being reflected on, somehow something is leaving, a paid opportunity, maybe a person. Because I'm seeing here that they're making adjustments in their financial needs. They're taking time to pay attention to how they're spending their money. And the healing that's coming out is because it's time for this change. So it's time for them to make wiser choices regarding their money. And I am seeing the situation is showing here that there may be some minor setbacks, but they're only asking you to review how you could make some changes in order for you to take advantage of this valuable lesson that's being shown here. Because the lesson has a lot to do with, you know, what you create. And so, you know, if you have powerful ways to help others, or if you have ways that you do work that is really powerful, you have ways to be able to earn much more. Maybe you teach manifesting. Maybe, like me, you offer services that would be really beneficial. And so I'm seeing here for the challenges are, you know, no more procrastination. It just seems like every time you're procrastinating, it doesn't help you bring success. It's important for you to actually put your plans in action. Your advice is showing here that your skills is how you're going to improve your investments. You need to put your services out there. You need to build your expertise. So go back to school, build your services so that you would be able to be more independent and profitable. I'm showing that your next step is not working with others, but or working with another, it's more of working independently on your own. You don't have to be looking for others who want to do business with you. It's time for you to go out and make that initiative to go out and get your money, because rewards are going to pay off. Your performance will gain a lot of attention in your community, and you will be recognized and rewarded. So there is money here that would be coming for you. Absolutely. All right, so that was just a little money reading for the collective. All right, anybody want to go and get a reading? Let me know. I can certainly do a relationship reading for the collective. Just a Sally. I'm not sure what your whole word is. I'm seeing Sally. Is that what you wanted me to say? Hi, Sally. All right, I'll do a quick one for you. A quick one. All right. So, I'm getting here that, here, I'm just going to put these cards out. Is that your name, Sally? All right, so bottom of the deck, you got the Two of Pentacles. Now, I'm seeing here yourself, you're not being recognized. You're not recognized. They're not contacting you. You feel invisible. You don't feel seen. You feel a little bit like you're not a party, and you want to be more of a party in your relationship. I don't know what's going on yet, what's going on between you two, but I do see that you feel something has to change here. And the situation is you're not happy. I'm seeing here that you have been either seeing things kind of going negatively, or Haley, nice to see you. Totally, you'll be next in my reading. Nice to see you. All right, so I'm seeing here, back to you, Sally. I'm seeing here you don't feel seen. You feel like you need, there needs to be a change with them. You're questioning if this is a karmic situation, because you're not very happy. I am seeing that the healing that has been taking place has a lot to do with you protecting your nervous system, your energy, trying to regulate yourself so you're not so reactive. Because I'm seeing something here is hidden about you learning how to get in an abundance mindset, how to start manifesting positive things, how to get into receiving mode. I am showing the law of attraction. Legally, the laws are, you know, gravity doesn't sometimes work. If I drop this right now, it's going to fall to the ground. It doesn't just stay. And so this is really about reflection. The laws of the universe are at play here. And so the challenge is about how you're manifesting. Your nervous system is dysregulated. And because it's dysregulated, you are not in a receiving mode. You're in a projecting and reflecting mode. You're just reactive, and you're reactive to their energies. I am seeing that it's really important for you to pay attention to how your subconscious is working, what is taking place, what is triggering you, what is happening internally, because there is something here about your shadow is coming through. And so I do see that the lesson here is about you feeling complete and whole, that you feel within yourself aligned. You feel mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally satisfied, complete, whole on your own, that you don't need anything or anyone outside of you to make you feel happy and satisfied. So the advice is saying pay attention to your shadows. So do some journaling. Do write down a few things is going on, because your manifesting actually has a lot to do with you writing out. And so as you're writing out your shadows, it's also important for you to be able to be creative and work with this in a manifesting way, right? Because your next steps are saying this is not a time for you to be easygoing and just letting things happen. It's time for you to actually start being proactive and doing the work in order for you to manifest more of what you want with this connection. Because if not, you are going to be walking away or moving on to something else that is, you know, you're just going to move on to something else, and you're going to say, you know, why did that happen? But I'm seeing here that this has a lot to do with the laws of the universe and the dimensions. And so if you are expressing yourself in a negative way, this is going to push things away. You might be really reactive. And so they're saying, you know, work with the divine in some way to get aligned by soothing your nervous system. Allow your nervous system to be in a more receptive way in order for you to feel safe in the results that's happening between you and your person. Because right now, your love reading is saying that right now the situation, you're not happy, and until you go and start working on you figuring out what it is that you want, the laws of the universe will start responding to your energy. If you're not happy, you're going to start seeing that happiness comes from that energy, and it's just projecting unhappiness all around you. So this is really about you being satisfied in all different areas, and if you're not satisfied, you need to walk away. And if you can become satisfied within, you will see that all with your priority is you and not them. Your priority is you, not them. Did that make sense to you, Sally? Thank you, Lee. I'll do your reading next. Sally, you still here? Yeah, it's all about balance. It's all about balance. You need to balance your career, your personal life, your emotions, your whole manifesting. You have to make sure that as you are aligning yourself with your happiness, and then, you know, everything is about balance. being neutralized, being allowed to keep yourself level. Don't be so reactive. When things are going wrong, don't be reactive. When things are going right, don't be so reactive. Just be in receiving mode. Just observe. And be in a state of gratitude. All right, so that's your reading for Sally. Lee, you want a reading? What would you like? You want a reading and see what comes out? Is it still on? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to be on for a long time today. I am working on a very interesting project, which I told you. Yeah, well, I got a new project I'm working on right now. You'll like it. You'll like it. We'll talk later. All right, Lee. Oh, Lee, you got some cards here. All right, Lee, you got the Two of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Lovers are all coming up here. All right, I've got you also being Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine here, alignment too. All right, so I'm showing here that you are really trying hard to balance your energies, and you're making a lot of decisions to do that too. Yeah, you certainly are getting that coming up through here. I'm showing here, Lee, that you are making some decisions and you're really focusing on trying to balance these energies. Pay attention to the reading I just did and all of the information I just told them. There is something here about that, you know, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And so this is about nervous system regulation, feeling safe with your emotions, being not so reactive, being able to be receptive means not being so reactive. Allow yourself to observe, allow yourself to be able to receive. Because when we get too reactive, we push things away. And so I'm showing here what's hidden is you are actually working through your trauma. You have had some traumatic situations that's happened here in the past, and it's coming up through for you. And so this has been a problem in the past, but you've been actually doing this work, and this work is actually healing the trauma. It's working. There's a lot of healing that's happening here, because the mirror is showing that you don't feel like you have to even wait, like things started moving. It's showing that here. They're showing in the energy of the Lovers cards. The situation is showing a new beginning in love. It is showing the lesson is to learn that everything is love, that love is you and everything is projected from you to them. You are receiving love because you become love and they are mirroring that love. I am seeing here that the challenge is that they are a little selfish and they're a little bit more in their mind about who they think they want to be, but they don't really know what they want. They just want to go and have themselves being served. And I am seeing here that the advice is don't be attached, don't be codependent on them. Make sure that you're doing it from a place of love, not from attachment. Your next steps is showing don't be so much into thinking that you have more that you have to learn. You have all of the tools now. You have everything that you need, because what's healing is they're coming back, and they started coming back to you already, because the outcome I'm showing is you're just not clear, because you're not yet ready. You just have to get the limited beliefs out of your head. You just have to allow everything to align now. You are actually mirroring them. You see what I mean? So this is just energy aligning, and so you are actually, yeah, I've got Two of Wands here and Temperance as your current energy and the focus of where you are. And so this is saying, you know, you're focused to allow something to manifest fully and completely. You're just mirroring each other a little too much right now. And so you keep on doing that work because you're healing the trauma. You're doing good. This actually is doing really good for you. That was actually really good. Yeah, that was impressive actually for you. It seemed really good for you. Like right now, that seems like your energy right now. Advice? Yeah. Things are gonna go really, really fast. Once you get your head, no more overthinking, no more overreacting, and no more, oh my God, I'm close, I'm close. No, you know, you're never going to be close. You're always going to be reactive. That's it. You know, you're always going to be reacting to something outside of you by thinking something is close, because what you're doing is you're paying attention to that wherever the distance is. Instead, pay attention to how you are reacting and whether or not you feel good or not. That's it. Stop paying attention to how close they are. Stop paying attention to how fast they're reacting. Stop paying attention to how they're reacting. Just pay attention to how you are. Get out of your head and stop being so reactive, and instead observe. Allow yourself to experience and receiving. Be a magnet. Because the more you stop reacting to them, the more you start aligning your energy to what you're manifesting. Hello, Sharon. Nice to see you. I'm not going to be on very long. Yeah, we'll talk later. All right. All right. I'll do 2 more readings before I jump off. I'm working on some things, and yes, absolutely. I'm so glad you came and support me. I appreciate that. How is everything on your end? Good? Pauline Lawrence. I can do one for you. Are you a subscriber? We'll talk shortly. We can talk while I'm working on my project. Great. Pauline, do you have a particular question? I'll let you state a question. This is not, I mean, sometimes I go a little far in depth, but, you know, we're just doing a couple. Yeah, everybody can subscribe. Everybody can send me tips. I'm liking it all. I'm pretty good in the middle of editing my first. Oh, nice. I want you to go and watch the video. Watch earlier in this video. I just did a collective reading. And you know what? that sounds like you aligned with it. I literally just did a collective reading, and it was stating about putting yourself out there and doing some healing. I'm telling you, go watch it. It might be really beneficial for you. All right, so you just want me to do a general love reading. All right. Is it Pauline? Okay, you want to know if you're going to be in a relationship soon. I'll see what shows. All right. All right. So Pauline, I'm going to read Pauline's reading, and just like I said, after we're done, I'm not going to be on here long. I would advise you to go and watch the collective reading I just did, because it was talking about putting what you enjoy, small step, like just there was a lot of there was something there. I don't know if I can read you while I'm reading someone else. So I'm just going to focus on Pauline right now. Pauline, though, I need to talk to you about something that is going on here. It looks like you're still waiting, and this waiting is really concerning you. I'm seeing here that you feel there's nothing that is for you to step into. You're kind of like, I just don't have the desire to, I'm looking for the masculine. I'm looking for somebody to be passionate about. Nobody's really attracting that desire for you. And so what I'm seeing is that's hidden, that you're not aware of, is there is masculine feminine energies that's imbalanced yet. There is a little bit of a disproportionate, too much in one area and not enough in another area. And so the mirror right now would show the stress of lack and, a little overthinking that's taken place right now. I am seeing that the situation is calling for you to pay attention to why you feel insecure. There is a little bit of insecurity that's taken place internally for you, maybe when somebody comes around, and it's kind of concerning. I'm seeing that a lesson is you put so much emphasis on the one or your dream partner that you're missing out in opportunities to meet people and to get back into that social circle, because you may end up meeting someone. Yeah, you may meet somebody through that circle, because it seems like you're kind of like you're kind of like yourself. You've got this I'll go into it, but it seems like you've got a bit of a barrier that's happening where you overdo things. Like I'm seeing here that you're working on your standards, you're working on what you want. That's good. At least you're not just putting it out there to everyone. But you have to stop putting people in a is this the one? Stop looking at them as being the marriage partner before you even get to know them. Because people don't really show you their true self when you first meet them in the first place. So you're looking for this response. You're looking to see if you can feel this energetic pull, and you're not giving people an opportunity to get to know them. Because I'm seeing here that the challenge is you don't even really give anybody an opportunity to get to know you. And so I'm seeing here as advice is stop needing to find somebody who's perfect for you. Let somebody get to know you. Let somebody show you bits and pieces of themselves. Discover people, because I see here that you haven't been putting any party in getting to know anybody, or you're not even putting your time and effort into other people. It's like, what can they do for you? And so I'm seeing here that it's great that you have higher standards. It's great finally that you're putting yourself first, but it's time for you to see how you've been deceiving yourself, and you've been making yourself single, not the universe, not the way you're manifesting, but you have been placing yourself single, yourself. And I think it's a protecting mechanism that you have in place so that you don't get hurt, because you're scared of getting hurt. But that's why you keep on overcompensating and saying, nope, unless it's going to be somebody who's going to provide for me and give me everything, and it has to be attractive, you have to hit all those boxes. You don't know who you're even getting the chance to meet yet. So you have to allow the universe to actually allow alignment to happen. It's like you're allowing your head to take over and control who you date and who you're going to let into your life. Why don't you allow alignment to happen? Start learning how to deregulate, this nervous system that you're so guarded. You're so guarded that you don't know how to have fun again. See things as if you're just, a kid in a sandbox, playing in the sandbox, building a little sandcastle, and someone comes along and they just want to build a sandcastle with you. It's time for you to just try to engage and socialize a little bit. You don't have to commit to anyone, and they don't have to commit to you, because everybody's just feeling everybody out right now. So that's my message I have for you. I hope that's okay. Oh, you said when. Well, I didn't want to tell you when, because you need to make that shift. And once you, hey Ann, once you make that shift, you'll understand, what will be happening. All right? So, yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad that worked out for you, because it seemed like it was something you needed to hear. Well, I love it. I only did a couple of readings, and it seems like there's something that everybody needs to hear, Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't think I'm amazing. I think I'm just like everybody else. We all have our special things that we need to offer for everybody else to all make it happen. We're all here doing our thing. And it just took me a long time to figure out mine. All right, so what else do we have going on this evening? I'm surprised to see you, Anne. It's kind of late. I didn't come on earlier today, but I'm working on a project that's really amazing. And so for some of you, I have some manifesting projects on the go. I have a course that I'm creating And that course is going to allow you to attract your specific person. And it's going to be broken down. It's taken from my, I have a couple of books, well, quite a few books that I wrote. And so I also have another one that's going to be a series I'm going to break my book down by doing recorded videos of each of the chapters. Yeah, the collective read was a really good one for all of you. I just thought I would try to do readings for everyone in a different way. Yeah. So, anybody? Sure, Anne. I can check in on you. Hope everybody survived the Christmas season. And I'm just also going to put it out there for anybody who likes to go and send me a coffee. You can certainly do that through the super chats now. And there's super chats or my PayPal. Oh, also, I have something that I'm doing I have a question. Has anybody had any troubles taking advantage of my specials on my website? I have another website and I've been converting over to this website, and I've had a few of you purchase getting a few of the books, but there has been, I noticed quite a few people that didn't know how to use the coupon code for the one book. Yeah. We'll see, Saren. I'm going to go and do Anne. I'm just going to do like a little check-in. All right, Anne. All right, Anne, this is what it's saying. It's saying you're walking away from, you're no longer putting your energy and focus in the other person. You are now making a decision. That's it. I'm done. I'm walking away. I am showing this is happening because deep down inside, you are starting to decide, you know what? I feel inspired. It's time for me to start taking care of me. And there's an energy of you starting to feel hopeful again. I'm seeing here that the mirror was that this person didn't show up because you did not want to align with the conflict again. You were done that conflict that was going to come up as a karmic reset. You know that they are not your person. You know that they are not in the energy to be your masculine. You see, this has a lot to do with the laws of the universe, and this has something to do with they are not aligned with you, or you're not aligned with them. There is something here that there's off energy. And so what's been healing has been, you haven't been happy for a very long time. And because of this, you had to learn the lesson that you're not going to get happy by being in a commitment with this person. This person, you were not happy when you were with the person in the first place. That's why it ended. And your challenge is that, you know, I you're trying to figure out how to regain your standards of seeing your value and your worth, because this kind of really took a real ding in your confidence. And so your standards was, I wanted him back so bad that you lowered your standards instead of rising your standards. Instead of going on to what you deserve, you started falling back into trying to repair something that was actually not worth your time. I'm seeing here that the advice is pay attention to your manifestations. Pay attention to how you're manifesting. Start small, work big, because this is your time now. You are to focus on your love, your happiness, your passions, your health. Everything is coming to completion for you. Be grateful, because things are going to happen for you. I don't know if you are going to be recognized. I don't think so. I don't think he's coming back. I don't see this person being the person that's going to be for you. But until you recognize yourself, looking at yourself in the mirror, knowing that you are the one, you will start attracting the one to you. That's what I got. Sarah, are you scared to get a reading from me? I hope you're okay, Ann. I think it's time. I think it's time, and I'm working on a manifesting project, by the way. I've been working on a few of them. All right, Saron. Yeah, you are. Saron. All right. I'm seeing here you're overthinking something a little bit. You think something is really close. Oh, so close. I can almost feel it, so close. But you may be, I just said this to someone earlier. Stop paying attention to how close they are, because as long as you're paying attention to where they are moving, you are reacting. All right? If they're coming close or they're going afar, you're still reacting to their energy. You need to get into your divine feminine energy, and getting into your divine feminine energy means you need to be the magnet and let them react to you. So there is still a need to be a shift here. I am seeing that this is not ever going to be over between you two, or if this is a relationship, because it's ongoing. This is something that's always ongoing. And I do see that the mirror is showing the Hermit, where the Hermit is somebody who is searching for truth and inner guidance and needing to have answers, and they're always kind of like journaling and trying to figure it out. And so they're kind of like, I'm not making a decision until I have a decision made. And so this is kind of like your mirror, they're just mirroring you in the same way. Now, the situation is saying this is a situation where they're just being a real free spirit. But I feel I'm showing them as they're lying to themselves. They're not telling themselves the things that they should be. They are telling themselves that something is not good for them. They're telling themselves things that they're not being authentic. They're either telling things to themselves, or they're actually telling you those lies too. What's healing is the shadow work that needed to be done, the lies that you told yourself, or those subconscious ways. All right, well, I'm trying anyway not to care how close, hence the bottom. Right. So I'm seeing here in the situation, I do see here that you are, get out of your head and to see this is a new endeavor for you. I'm seeing this might even be relating with the situation. Don't pay attention to anybody else. Don't get it in your head about how anybody's going to react. Because if you looked at your situation that you're telling me about, this is going to be something that's going to grow and it's never going to end. And this is about a journey. This is about a journey of growth for you. Others don't have the answers. This is something that is new and brand new for you. And so maybe this is something that you need to teach and teach others how to understand, the secrets that we hold, that we don't see the subtle energy system. We don't see things that you may show us, because your lesson is to be a deliverer of message. You need to deliver a message, because the advice that I'm seeing here is you have been disconnected in some way, not opening your heart fully. And you are to get into your divine feminine self, to be able to be secure in what you do. Don't get into your head, get back into your heart, because the challenge is, you need to be focused, and you need to be diligent, and you need to do this. And when you do this, you'll see that you're not going to be repeating an old start. You're not going to be repeating somewhere where things fell apart. This is going to be ongoing. This is something that's not going to end. This is something that you have been trying to do, is completion on something that you are fulfilling your journey and your purpose. Yeah, it's saying here that you're supposed to. Yeah. It says here you're supposed to try something new and explore other options with help as you learn and grow. So you're expanding as they are. I hope that helps. All right. I was only going to be here for an hour, and it looks like I've made that happen. All right. If anybody wants to, I have quite a few books that are quite interesting and will help anybody to get themselves sorted out. I have a whole bunch of free downloads as well on my website. And let me see. Regulating the nervous system is important. If you want to know if your person is actually your twin flame, your karmic partner, or a lesson that you wanted to learn, I do have a book about that. And that's called Twin Flame Synastry. It's a big workbook, and it will give you all the information so you can go and figure it out. I have a book about limerence for those who are learning a little bit about that. And if you're looking to manifest, I have a whole bunch of books, Manifest Like a Queen, and a couple of other little projects on my end. And so, yeah, go check out those free downloads. And other than that, yeah, you don't have to put in your payment information. You just go in and go and check them out. You got that limerence one. There's a couple of them, actually. There's a couple of them. I bring up limerence basically, even in the Love in the 12th Dimension. That was my very first book that I wrote. And the limerence is brought up because for those who are in a twin flame, everybody may think they're a twin flame, but the duality is that there's also that thin line where some people are in limerence and some people are in twin flame, and you just kind of gotta figure that out. That book dragged me, my goodness. I'm not sure if I understand what that means. What does dragged me, my goodness? I don't know what that means. Royal, I looked for you at the start of the readings and you weren't here. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know it is. It is a real truth bomb. Like, it's a real truth bomb. It's a real truth bomb. A lot of people are not ready to know. But at the same time, I also teach people how to manifest truly their SP to come back into their life. And I have that as the course coming up. Yes. Well, I'm actually leaving now. I was only going to be here for an hour and it's over an hour. So I'm signing off. All right. Thank you for joining me, all of you. Check out my website for your free downloads. And I hope you all have a good night. I will be uploading a couple projects. So I'll love it if you support me too. Thank you.